Okay, I think you studied biology and you know that it's related to the living things or living organism. Okay, study the human body, animal and plant, uh, or any living thing. Chemistry mainly related to the matter and its properties. So you study chemistry to know the matter around you and elements and so on. The physics is a Latin word means the science of nature. Science of nature. Anything related to the natural life that we live is called physics. Forces, energy, uh, have some physical properties of matter like its volume, its mass, its density, boiling point, and so on. All these are called physics. Also the electricity, the magnetism, the motion itself, the forces around us, all these called physics. Discovering the universe is physics, okay? So it is very easy to understand, but it needs continuous studying. If you left physics for a long time, it will be difficult. If you kept practicing physics all the time, you will find it very, very easy. And also, I chose some topics which are very easy and interesting at the same time. Okay? So here's the content that we're going to study in this year. I think now you can see it. First thing that we're going to study the physical quantities. Physical quantities. The physical quantity is anything that can be measured. Anything that you can measure it called physical quantity. So we're going to study it and study their types, which are scalar and vector. Okay? Then we're going to study motion. And in order to describe motion, we have to know the factors affecting the motion. First them is the force, ending with displacement and distance. Okay? So we're going to divide the motion unit into different chapters, which are force and motion, the first one. How does the motion occur? What's meant by motion? What are the factors affecting the motion? Then we're going to compare between distance and displacement as a physical quantities. By the way, the force, the distance, the displacement, the speed, the velocity, the acceleration, all these called physical quantities. Okay? Then we're going to study the speed and velocity and compare between them to deduct the concept of acceleration. I see here the participants, all of them are young men, okay? So I think you're interested in cars and motorbikes or anything moves fast. So it will be very easy for you to understand the speed and velocity and acceleration according to the moving objects like car, bikes, or motorcycles, okay? Then the wave motion to the next unit. Wave motion, it is a kind of motion also. You're supposed to study in the middle school that the motion are classified into two main types, which are translational motion and periodic motion. The translational motion is motion from starting point to ending point. Have starting and ending point. But the periodic motion is the motion that's repeated regularly in equal periods of time. The periodic motion classified into three types: oscillatory motion or vibrational motion, circular motion like the fan motion, and the wave motion like the water waves and sound waves, light waves, and so on. The wave motion divided into 5 chapters, which are the concepts related to the wave motion, the physical quantities that we are studying to understand the wave motion, okay? Then, calculating the wave velocity. You will understand in the previous unit the velocity, then you're going to measure the velocity of the wave. After that, we're going to study the types of waves, mechanical and electromagnetic, or transverse and longitudinal waves. From here, we're going to study the properties of sound waves, like the echo, the sound intensity, the sound quality, the sound pitch, and so on. Properties of light, like the light reflection, light refraction, the behavior of light through different lenses or mirrors. After this unit, we're going to...
بس
Yes?
في طالب عايز يخش اعمل له يكسب.
Okay. Thank you, Elias.
You're welcome.
Okay, welcome Muhammad Bassam. Muhannad Bassam, sorry.
أيوة أنا مستر أنا مهند.
Okay. After finishing the wave motion, we're going to start talking about something completely else, which is electricity. It's completely different from the previous things. The first 3 units are related to each other: physical quantities, motion, and wave motion. All of them depend on each other, but the electricity is something different. We're going to know what are the electric charges, what is the current in simple circuits, potential difference, and resistance. These 3, current and potential difference and resistance, all these are concepts related to the electric circuits or the electricity. We have only 3 things or factors to cause the electricity or electric charges, okay, which are the current intensity, the potential difference, and resistance. Then we're going to learn about how to connect different circuits, series connection and parallel connection, and it is very easy. You're going to find it interesting. The last unit will be magnets. Will be about the magnets. We're going to learn what is the magnetic field and what is the effect of the magnetic effect of current. You have to know that electricity and magnetism are related to each other. The electricity has magnetic effect and the magnet has electric effect. Okay? From this idea, we have some applications. How to make electromagnets, the magnet that uses electricity or produced by electricity. The generator is the opposite idea of electromagnet. How to use a magnet to generate electricity. In a generator or dynamo produces electricity by using the magnet. And the last application is electric motor. It is something in between electromagnet and generators. We're going to understand how does the magnetism change to electricity and vice versa. Okay, these are the topics that we're going to study in physics in this year, inshallah. And I was just looking for something that will help you later on in the college. So I chose some topics that will be easy to understand and important at the same time. Okay? So you are coming to the school tomorrow, I think. So I decided to not to start with the explanation or the lesson today, just give you a brief about what we are going to study, and I'm going to put this sheet or these contents on the LMS in order to revise them later on if you want. And all the material related to our topics will be prepared and put on the LMS. Okay, all the PowerPoints, videos, or paperwork also. I'm going to prepare it for you, inshallah. But don't hesitate to ask me about anything just on time, because physics is accumulated. Uh, you need to understand the first one to continue to the next one. If you missed something in physics, you will find the next one is hard to understand. Okay? So don't hesitate. If you have any question, if you have any problem, I will be with you. Okay? Uh, the next thing, don't forget your tools. We will need calculator, of course, scientific calculator, of course. In the motion, we're going to study some graphs. So we will need a copybook with graph papers, like the math. You can bring for the physics the same copybook that you're going to bring in the math, because we're going to use graphs or graphical representation, okay? And also just your ordinary things like pencils, pens, rulers, and all the things. Now, if you have any question, I will be glad to hear it.
Mister, are we gonna take anything about communication or networks this year?
No, it's advanced situation for physics in the high school. The connections and networks is related to the wave motion itself. So it depends on the frequencies and some of these concepts. So you will understand the wave motion and the waves, okay? But how does it participate in the communication? This is advanced situation. You're going to learn it later on.
Okay.
Okay, any other question? Let me hear your voices getting known to each other. I didn't hear anyone except Elias until now. From the beginning of the session, of course. Okay, Hazem? Hazem? It seems that some of you joined the room and left the computer or something. Okay, let's see who's listening. Ali Said, are you there? Okay, no. Hadi? Good. Kareem just left. Muhammad Hani? Muhannad?
Yes, يا مستر.
Okay. Omar? Okay. Ilyas, Hadi, and Muhammad, thank you for listening and see you inshallah tomorrow when you come to the school. Do you need anything from me?
مستر أنا مش هكون في المدرسة بكرة يعني.
ليه يا إلياس؟
أنا برا مصر.
برا مصر.
مم.
طيب هترجع قريب طيب ولا قدامك كتير؟
بإذن الله ممكن حوالي أسبوع حاجة.
ترجع بالسلامة يا حبيبي، اشوفك على خير.
سلام.
اوكي.
وأنا مستر برضه مش في مصر، أنا هو مش في
يعني الناس اللي معايا كلها مش الناس اللي مركزة معانا مش في مصر. طيب ترجعوا بالسلامة يا حبيبي، اشوفكم على خير ان شاء الله.
إن شاء الله.
اوكي يعني حتى لو انتوا مثلا هناك مش مشكلة، يعني لو اشتغلنا حاجة في الكلاسز ممكن ادخل لكم انتوا لوحدكم نعمل سيشن معاكم اونلاين بحيث ما يفوتكوش حاجة لحد ما ترجعوا ان شاء الله.
مم.
اوكي. Okay, everybody. Thank you for listening and goodbye.